toe stretch. We're stretching out our toes. Go ahead and just walk yourself back through hero's pose into a comfortable seated pose or a reclined on your back pose. So you're going to walk your hands in towards your knees. Go ahead and sweep your legs underneath you and then come into your comfortable meditative pose. You can recline onto your backs, or you can just find a comfortable seat. If you're in a chair, again, like I said, allow that chair to fully support you. And we're going to start today's meditation the same way we start every meditation, which is simply by bringing our awareness to our breathing. So, sending your mind to the deep breath, drawing the air in to fill the lungs, holding that breath for a moment at the top, and then allowing the exhale to be a little bit slower than your inhale, allowing the body to decompress, almost as if you were melting into the support beneath you. So feel your body surrender to your chair, surrender to your mat. A gentle reminder that we are always supported, that we are always safe to let go and find a moment of reflection and respite. Continue with your breathing. And if you notice that your mind is active, if you notice that it's a little challenging to focus on the breath, greet that experience with grace, with acceptance, trusting that it is part of the practice. And continue committing to your focus on the breath, redirecting the mind with every wandering. Begin to notice the stillness settling in to the body. Sending your awareness to the soles of your feet. And slowly guiding your attention upwards to the crown of your head at your own pace. Checking in with any spaces that may feel tense, that may feel reluctant to welcoming or submitting to rest. And if you find such a space, send a deep breath there to that place. And then continue your awareness upwards until you reach the crown of your head. And once you reach the crown of your head, take a moment and sit with your thoughts. Becoming aware of whatever is present in the mind, without attempting to quiet or stifle any thoughts. Simply notice. And if you notice that a thought carries the mind down a rabbit hole, I encourage you, just as you did with the breath, to graciously guide your attention back to that space of neutrality. Today's meditation is going to be centered on thriving. What does it mean to live a life of thriving, of exceedingly and abundantly? Naturally, in a moment, that may be a challenge to describe beyond the surface. But today's meditation, we're going to dive a little bit deeper and explore what thriving feels like in the body. As you sit in your stillness, I'd like you to bring to mind what you may envision as your last day. This is your last day in this body, in this incarnation. Perhaps you are surrounded by family and loved ones. Perhaps you are in a moment of stillness. In this moment, it is clear that you are transitioning on to something greater, something beyond this physical vessel. And that sensation brings you a deep sense of peace and fulfillment as you are clear that you have left a positive impact on this world. You have emptied your cup of gifts, and you're expecting that well done on the other side. As you reflect back on your life, I'd like for you to bring to mind thoughts, commentary that affirm that you lived a thriving life. What are those closest to you honoring you for as you make your transition into something greater? Perhaps it's your humor, your ability to find grace and kindness no matter the circumstance. Perhaps it is your willingness to share resources. As you sit on the brink of transition, Take a moment and take inventory of all of the good, all of the excess that you were able to pour into this world. And continue expounding and expanding on that thought as you breathe deeply into these affirmations. If you notice that fear or worry or doubt begins to arise, greet those sensations with kindness, with acceptance, and gently exhale them out of the body, returning back to the positive affirmations, the positive contributions, redirecting the focus. And now, when you feel ready, with the deepest breath of the day, breathe a moment of life in to this visual experience, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth, making space for the opportunities for these affirmations to present themselves. And let's gently reawaken the body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, giving yourself a big good morning stretch, reaching the hands up high, lengthening through the legs. Keeping the eyelids heavy. If you are reclined onto your back, slowly guide yourself onto the right or left side into the fetal position. If you're seated in a chair, you can meet us with hands at heart center. Back in the fetal position, the first yoga pose we all ever learned. It represents a fresh start, a new beginning. And moving into this next portion of our practice today, a little bit differently than when we found it, I invite you to take a moment of gratitude, honor, reverence for whatever that fresh start represents for you. And when you feel ready, you can ease your way up into seated pose, and we will transition with hands at heart center. Gentlemen, thank you all so much for allowing me to share this practice with you. As always, it is a privilege, it is a pleasure. I hope that as you move into your movement, you do so with a sense of thriving, with a sense of vitality and a sense of confidence that whatever it is that you visualize that will be said, the good things, the kind things, the positive things are well on their way. The seeds have been planted. So as always, we end with a namaste,
So
and I will see you guys all soon. Thank you so much.
thank
Have a
you,
great day,
Tracy. Thank
guys.
you.
Talk soon.